I want another piece, but it's so young and little, I better leave it alone. Anyways, good morning. Can you hear me? I got a new mic on. Got a little mouse on my shoulder. It's October, and I know I've been away for a little while. I'm gonna just quit saying that because at this point, I don't know where my life is taking me. Okay, it's been a minute. Yes, it has. But we're doing a garden tour today. Okay, so let's get into it. Quick, fast, in a hurry. So, in my last video, which was the summertime, but it'll be posting soon here in the fall because the new job and just everything changing in my life, editing and posting videos fell to the wayside like it always does. And I hate that. But after doing the improvements that Yosef told me to do from Nama Yoga Shop and just getting ready for the fall, I'm excited about gardening in the fall. So here we go. Okay, let's get into it. So we got new fences up. Is this a fence? What's this? A gate? No, this a fence. And then we put the gate in the middle. Yes. So Babe put me a new little situation up right here. And we're looking for the perfect gate to add here. So we haven't quite got to that part yet. But he did, start the fence. And I love it. Okay, let's walk on in. It's like walking into my own little paradise, okay? Our moringa tree this whole moringa tree that been through so much, but she is finally happy. That's not her forever home. She's just right there because usually she's in the greenhouse because here come that damn plane. Let me get closer to you. The sun from the summer just really burns her up, but now that we're in October and the sun is not as harsh, I've moved her outside just to see how she's gonna do. Okay. And then recently I bought a mango tree. Now she won't fruit for about, I think, 3 or 4 years, but I just couldn't afford the bigger one that was ready to fruit. Like it was over $100 and something. So this one was, no, I think it was like 300, friend. I don't remember. This one was like 75 or 85, I can't remember. And this variety is coconut cream and it's supposed to taste like coconut, so we will see. Just know if I ever move, she is going wherever I go. Okay, then we got some little seedlings, some starters. Most of that is medicinal herbs. You see we got a few that sprouted. Those two are lemon trees that came from, let me not say trees, seedlings that came from a lemon seed, a grocery lemon. So I took the seeds and germinated those. And so that's what you see right there. This is, baby, it's 9. Okay, so just ignore it. It was a little banana plant pup from my banana tree. And I was like, oh, let me see if I can get this to, it did not do nothing. Maybe I should have just put it in water. Girl, anyways. Yeah, so we have a Musa banana tree, which is a small version or patio version that you should get little bananas from. And I actually got this off of a TikTok shop. Right now it is like $13.99. I don't know if the price will go up, but yeah, a little patio version. So you could put this in the ground, it'll get up to 6 feet, or you can keep it in a pot. You probably want to keep expanding your pot though, depending on how big the root system gets. And it can get 3 to 4 feet in the pot, and you could put it in the house if you got super bright lighting. So there's that. I love the variegated leaves. Look at that. This is just from transport's shot because it came from Florida to here, in Arizona. But yeah, greenhouse, not much going on in there. I got an avocado plant. You see that I grew from seed, a grocery store avocado. I was told that avocados do not do well here in Arizona. Like you don't get any fruit off of them, although you can grow them. We'll see. Up here, there is a strawberry plant and we got our first little strawberry. Right here are some more things that I'm trying to germinate. So I'm trying to germinate grapes. And then over here, I also heard that it is hard to keep a soursop alive in Arizona. It is more of a tropical plant that needs humidity, but I have some seeds, so we're gonna see what happens. This is cinnamon basil that actually tastes like cinnamon. Then over here we got some cilantro. I had another one, but it died. It dried up. That's my fault because I didn't water it. And then this is a cayenne pepper. Probably too late in the season, but hey, it sprouted. So there's that. And then we have the garden bed. So this garden bed will have my mustard greens and collards in here. And we got some seedlings already, you know, doing their thing. So this one is a collard and she's looking good, except for something ate the hell out of that leaf. This is a volunteer marigold that just decided to grow right next to it. I haven't pulled it. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. This one is mustard, so that's a mustard green. And then over here we got some radish, just because, you know, just because. This is, I think this is a weed, to be honest. I need to get my phone and do, like, you know, identifier to see if this is a weed. And then it also kind of puts me in the mind of chamomile, but I need chamomile in here for that to be growing right there. Then way over there in the back is another collard plant. And then, you know, we always got our trusty dusty oregano. I actually trimmed this back a lot and I have some dried in the house that I am going to make oregano season. And then I might do oil of oregano. I don't know. And then right here, I planted some leeks. As you can see, they did pop up, but they looking kind of sad. So I don't know. I'm just going to let them figure it out. Or if they don't figure it out, put something else right there. So that's what's going on in there. And if you didn't know, I do vermicomposting, meaning that I put worms directly in my bed and I feed them my food scraps. And I'll show you what that looks like, even though I know you've seen it before, but you know, there might be somebody new. So yeah, I do a layer of brown, and then under that brown, I really don't want to touch it, friend, is my food scraps. And then underneath there are holes in this bin right here that the worms can go in and out to eat their food and then help aerate my soil and also, you know, put nutrients back in the soil. So each garden bed, all of these along this row have the worm bins. And then, you know, Paul made these a couple years ago, but we added this thin mesh, like window screen mesh, on them this year to help keep the bugs away from, you know, my tender greens. So then right there is a tomato plant that I got from Yosef from what was the last two videos he gave me that one. I think this is a small variety, like a pear. Yeah, yellow pear tomato. We don't have any fruit, but we do have some flowers, so we might get some tomatoes. I'm not sure. Again, I don't know if we'll get anything robust, as you know, we're going into the cooler months, but we'll see. Oh, we'll stay on this side. What y'all got going on? Y'all fighting? I'll just say back up off of him. Okay. And then in here, I am doing brassicas, I think, friend. Yes, brassicas and beets. Oh, is you trying to tell the people what we got in here? I sure hope this audio is working, because I didn't test it. I just turned it on and started talking to you. It's always them. Back to the tour. Why they leaning like that? It looks a little sad. So Brussels sprout right here. Brussels sprout leaning like I need to put a little splint on him. This is friend, I don't know what this is. It's some type of brassica, because where is my, it might be kohlrabi. No, I don't know what this is. I feel like there's something come dig something out of here, friend. I don't know. Kohlrabi. Maybe these are both Brussels sprouts. I think this is both Brussels sprouts. These are turnips. I love freaking turnips. I like to make turnip soup, as you see. Boy, it's looking kind of samp around. Yeah. And then that is a celery growing. I don't know what that little is back there. It's probably a volunteer. And then over here, you know, I always get some type of herb in the garden beds. This is Thai basil, and she is prolific. I just chopped her down too, as you can see. And another vermicompost bin. And then this year we put the hydroponic tank in the garden. And I just freaking love it in the garden like that, okay? I forgot to say, ignore my hair. I did a wash day yesterday and I still need to straighten it. So ignore that. At this point, you should not be looking crazy on the camera. I don't care. Okay, and so do I need to explain what's on here? We'll do a little bit. So I just got a lot of lettuce. I didn't go crazy this year because last year I did a whole like growing tomatoes and jalapeno peppers. And for that, those plants require different nutrients and different levels, right? And I just wanted to keep it simple because if you are not matching the nutrients in the pH of the plant that, you know, requires that, then they suffer or they don't fruit, and you know, it's just like no point, they die. So I did all simple things like your lettuces. I got pak choy. We got lots of herbs, like kitchen herbs, right? And I got arugula. So right here is a beautiful purple pak choy that's growing. We got cilantro, red ruby lettuce. That's gonna be so good in salads. Cilantro that hasn't sprouted yet, more purple pak choy. I did a lot of purple pak choy. I actually did like this cascading design because, you know, like I wanted to be aesthetic too. So this is Chinese thyme, regular thyme, a nasturtium. You know, I love nasturtium flowers. It hasn't sprouted yet. This is dill, lots of dill. I'm not sure what this is, friend, because I lost my label. This is supposed to be arugula, but I'm not convinced that this is arugula yet. Romaine that has not sprouted yet, which I am shocked because romaine, any type of lettuce, really sprouts fast. This is another red ruby lettuce. This is probably cilantro, another red ruby, dill, a little gem lettuce. So these are like these little compacted, like they almost look like romaine a little bit, but they're called little gem. Got that. So that's all it is. It's just different lettuces and herbs, right? Kitchen herbs. Back there is a jalapeno plant. This is going on the second year that I've had her. And so I just let her sit. You remember we made this together? I let her do her thing. She struggled in the summer. I'm sure there's a video on her looking so sad, but she's coming back. She's starting to get her little flower. There's a flower right there. Yeah, so she's coming back. Then in this one, there is a tomato plant that I got from Yosef again. I don't remember what it is, but I'm sure it's a small variety. It has flowers on it, so we should get some tomatoes hopefully before it gets too cold. Carrots. Then over here we got Swiss chard growing. I actually need to thin those out. These are cabbage. Yeah, cabbage. And then in the middle I got beets. And then right here, because this one doesn't have an established herb in the garden, this is a cinnamon basil. And again, tastes just like cinnamon. You want me to try it for you? Come on. I wish you was here to try it with me. Okay, let me set you up. Okay, we got you set up, so I'm gonna take a little piece off of here. Just kind of swipe it because I'm not going to rinse this off, okay? Good. I gotta say, I need to look at more or different type of flavored basils because this has probably been the best flavored basil I've ever tried. I love it. It definitely has like a hint of cinnamon, but it's a mild basil flavor, and the basil is not like super potent or strong. Like, you know how sometimes basil can give you that kick? I like that. I like it a lot. I don't even know what you would do with it. How would you cook it or use it? You know what I mean? Probably mostly for teas or something. I want another piece, but it's so young and little, I better leave it alone. Anyways, not a burp. There's that. Okay, let's continue on, my friend. You know, I'm just so glad to pick up the camera and hang with you today because I've been missing this. I really have. Okay. Next up, we had this from the spring and the summer. It is still here. The prolific shishito pepper plant, which you see has tons of flowers on. We should be getting some peppers. Yes, look, there's our little pepper right there trying to do his thing. Yeah, we should get a harvest. Some of them, as you can see, are dying out, maybe because they didn't get pollinated. I'm not sure, but she is happy. And then we got basil right here. I just chopped her down not too long ago. Froze some leaves because I plan to make pesto. At least that's what I say I'm gonna make. And then Paul put this cover over the AC unit just to have it kind of look better here in the garden. And it is the same style as the wall that he's building, or the fence. And so basically that is what this is. It's just a AC or like a pool cover, and he created a fence out of it. Okay. Then over here, we got a little bit going on. This is a watermelon plant that Yosef gave me as well, and I really didn't know what to do with it. So I put it right there in the corner to allow it to trail down. But it actually has a pest problem, as you can see. What are these called? Minor leaf pest or something like that. I should like cut off all the leaves, but I've just been letting it do its thing. I am in the season of like not trying to fix everything, just letting nature do nature, right? I could get pesticides, neem oil, BT, all the things, but I just haven't. I just like, whatever, you know, may you survive. Right here is calendula flowers. I don't know where this looks like a pepper plant. I don't know where this came from. I guess this was a volunteer, but she's there. I haven't messed with her. She is getting overcrowded by the watermelon and not getting enough sun. I thought about moving it, but I'm gonna leave it there. Volunteer marigolds. This is a Romanesco cauliflower. I'm super excited for that to grow. This is the same thing. Russian kale. See, it is teeny tiny. Dill is supposed to sprout back there, but it's been a minute and nothing sprouted, so I might reseed in that area. I need to put something right there in that spot. So we got 2 spots we need to add something or redo this one. Over here we have a cucumber plant and some type of pea plant. This one I planted, this just sprouted up. So I just let it do its thing. This is an old bean plant that has been attacked. It is still here thriving. I could pull it up, but you know, beans help with nitrogen in the soil. And I figure if it's still trying, I'm just gonna let it stay there. But it has been here probably since the summertime, or maybe since the spring, I don't know, but it's putting off something. I think these are black-eyed peas, to be honest with you, but I don't know. This is gypsy pepper plant that I put in here in the summer that, you know, about died, but look, now it's putting off little pepper. So this is a mild sweet pepper, and I love mild sweet pepper, so I let it do its thing. Look, there's another pea plant right there. These are more radish. I try to put radish throughout the beds just to help like deter pests, or let it be, what do they call it, a trap crop, so the pests go here first. I don't know, but I do like radish as well. This is a purple Savoy cabbage. Friend, I don't know what this is. I'm assuming it is another purple Savoy. They look the same. I could put something right here. I haven't yet because we got this big old summer okra that is not done giving me okra. So when this dies back, I might put something here, or I might need to put something now that might like shade for right now. I don't know. A basil plant that's been here for a while. Way back there is a cucumber plant that I'm trying to get to trellis up. And then over in here is Swiss chard that I planted. You can see there's one right there growing. You see the white in the dirt a little bit? That is mycelium, so from mushrooms. So if you're wondering what that is, it's not mold, it's mycelium. That means that my dirt is alive and well. Again, big old prolific okra. I have so much okra in my freezer right now from this plant. I can't wait to make like an okra stew or some type of okra. There's one right there. That'll be ready by tomorrow. Like you'll blink your eyes and them suckers get so tall. Like look, this one is already, like I try to get them when they're about this size, because if you let them get any taller, they become so tough and fibrous, like they're not good to eat. But yeah, we got the flowers when they open up. Hopefully I can get a video or a picture of them opening today. They usually open about 10 o'clock. Yeah, I've tracked the time, and they're beautiful yellow flowers. Look at that one. So that one probably won't open. That one looks like it's spent, but these right here will open. Got some okra up here. Then down here, I planted garlic, but we probably won't see that until springtime, but I wanted to get it in the soil now. This is my beautiful hibiscus tree to make hibiscus tea. You can make jam, syrup with it. They have some beautiful flowers too. And interesting fact, the hibiscus and the okra are related. Did you know that? I did not. But it makes sense because the flowers look super similar to the okra flower. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And so all these, they call them calyx, I think. When they get super juicy red like this one, you clip them off, and then the outer part is what you use for your hibiscus tea. And inside has the pod with the seeds. And I think people also cook those to make the jam. I have to look up a recipe to make sure I'm telling you right. But I know for sure the outer part of the calyx, hopefully I'm saying that right. Is it a calyx? I don't know, something with a C. They use to make hibiscus tea. So if I can kind of pry this one open. Kinda. Look like there's a spider web in there. See that pod? Yeah. You gotta make sure you clean these really good because these get the pest called millibug, and they usually are inside the calyx. So what I like to do, I did a small batch the other day, is I added baking soda to my water, and it allows them to detach from the calyx and like float up to the top in the water. This is potatoes. They are doing great. Everything is doing pretty well in the garden. And then chocolate mint that died in the summer, well, it was struggling, and now it's starting to rejuvenate itself. Then over here, this is an area that like we're still trying to figure out, right? So that's why kind of stuff is like all over the place. But I got a loofah plant from Joseph. He gave me a lot of stuff, and it's just now starting to flower. And loofah, I believe you cannot eat, but you can use it as a loofah. You know, like a real, loofah when you're washing your body. It has a pest problem too. You see that? Like, what do you call these? Maybe spider mites? So I need to get on that and probably water blast them. I'm not gonna spray nothing on there. Or is it just a regular spider web? I think these are spider mites, to be honest with you. It also has some minor leaf pest issues. I cut a few of the leaves off, but again, I've just been letting nature do nature. This is a sweet potato vine, which it is too soon to plant sweet potato. I think you start these in the spring because they love summer heat. But Joseph had given me this also, and so I just stuck it in this pot. So If I get no sweet potatoes, I'm okay with that. At least I get the foliage from it. Way back there is our jasmine plant. This was another like AC cover that originally Paul had on the AC right there, but he was like, that don't match. Like, we got the browns and the black, and then we got this white standing out. So he took it off, bought that, and we have that right there. But I'm thinking that I might use this as a trellis system and like maybe plant grapes back here, or maybe, you know, just more jasmine to trail up the trellis. I don't know. Right there, we have some rosemary. Okay, now coming on to this side, you have ashwagandha. Ashwagandha sage is growing right here. Then you have holy basil. So these are like your nervine herbs, you know, to help calm you down, stress relief herbs. This is a basil, but tastes way different than regular basil. It almost has like I can't explain it. It's like a fresh, not citrus, but just like a fresh taste. I can't explain it. Plantain, I forgot what plantain is good for, girl. Burdock root, mugwort. What is buzzing? A big old fly up there. It's flowering. Look at them teeny tiny flowers. So you got mugwort. I don't know if I said mugroot, but I meant mugwort. And then this is where the hibiscus bush tree is sitting. But next time when I plant hibiscus, it will not be in this bed. Then we have some python beans, and they get super long. I should show you a picture of how long they get. I got these from the Arizona worm farm, and I thought these were so neat because I never heard of them before. Looks like they kind of struggling a little bit. I don't know what that discoloration is, but usually beans, you know, they're pretty strong, so it'll figure itself out, I hope. Then over here we're growing some more Chinese thyme because I wanted to trail out of here. I also put some marigolds in here, but I don't see them sprouting. This is a cantaloupe that Yosef gave me as well, coming out of this grow bag, and next to it, and I don't even know if you can put these together, but I did. This is a bunch of lettuce because it just was too bare right here. And so I was like, I'm just gonna throw some lettuce in there. So that's an experiment. Over here is all our medicinal herbs. Well, not all of them, but some. So we have lavender coming up. This is not a medicinal herb. This is a flower called lunaria. Got that from Yosef as well. This is ginger. It started off in the house because it was, to me, way too hot to put it out here. And so that's why these leaves look like this. But this is the new one that it has grown since being outdoors. And you see we got another one coming through. So yeah, that's ginger. We have borage growing. Don't see it sprouted yet. Wormwood is supposed to sprout. Don't see it sprouted yet. I've tried wormwood like 3 years in a row and I can never get it to sprout. Even I tried cold stratification, or is it stratification? You know, I can't say that word. I can't get it to sprout. So I think if I ever find a transplant, I will just put a transplant here and forget trying to seed it. This is a toothache plant, which the name, it helps with toothaches. It like has a numbing effect. There's something growing back there, but I don't know what that is. Then right here is a tomato plant I've had all summer long, and I just didn't want to move it. So I dumped it into the herbal garden bed. And as you can see, it has two little tomatoes. I think this is a cherry tomato plant. Then over here, I put some asparagus over here. Again, not medicinal, but I just didn't know where to put her. And it says its companion is tomato. So there's that. I put some flowers in here, medicinal flowers. So we got yarrow, milkweed, floss flower. I have not seen any of those sprout. This is milk thistle coming up, and I grew that from seed. I'm super proud of that. I put some evening primrose right here. Don't see anything sprouted yet. And then over here is just snapdragons. Look, a little moldy right there. Too much water. But yeah, you got snapdragons coming in, which probably will need to be thinned, but you know, they're there. What's that? Oh, nothing. Okay, over here we have epazote. Oh, it has little flowers on it. So, a Hispanic herb. Then we have another burdock root. I noticed that burdock root is super slow growing, but maybe because it is establishing its taproot underneath. Marshmallow root that I grew from seed. As you can see, something is attacking it. These little white springtails. I wonder if they're attacking it. I thought white springtails were beneficial, but I don't know. They call this Cleosa. Ooh, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. But, or sometimes I think they call them conestock. Either way, they're beautiful. This is a volunteer, probably some type of wildflower, because I had wildflowers in here for the summer. So I'm assuming that's what those little sprouts are. I did not plant those on my own. This is another flower called drumstick. It is yet to do anything. A nasturtium, you know, I freaking love nasturtium. So the goal for this is for it to fall over and, you know, cascade. Ugh, I love that look. Then we have a banana pepper that I started. Oh, I got a baby. Yay. I started these in the summer. I had 2. They struggled so bad, but this was the strongest of the 2. And it is back. And tons of flowers. Well, not tons, but it definitely got some flowers on it, right? Hello. Then over here, I put some onions down. These are called Texas Early. And then we have creeping phlox, some type of flower. It is yet to sprout. I don't know what this is. It looks like it could be a tomato or a jalapeno. It just popped up there, so I'm gonna see what happens, what it is. All of this is bare. And over in that space too, all of that in the middle is bare. I don't know what to put there. Hopefully my medicinal herb seedlings that I got over there in that corner, I will throw them down in here somewhere. What we got? Petunias. I put a whole row, but I watched a video and I heard someone say, a gardener say, petunias are really hard to sprout from seeds, so your best bet is to get them as a transplant. So there's that. So I'll probably go get some petunias. Then this is lupine. It's a flower that grows really tall. Is this a seed? No, that's not a seed. But this is some type of sprout. So hopefully that's the lupin. This is Cali Poppy. Girl, this was a sucker plant, tomato plant from that tomato, and I just stuck it in the ground and it stayed alive. It was a little droopy, but it stayed alive. I don't plan to keep it there. I just was like, oh, I don't want to throw it away. So I stuck it in the ground while it was wet. These are showy evening primrose. So more flowers. Then over here, I've had all of this, except for the comfrey just sprouted, but more basil that's been here all summer. Oregano again, opal or purple basil. Rosemary. This rosemary is doing very well. What is that? That's that one flowering plant. It's sprouting. I don't know the name of it, friend, but when it comes up, you'll see. It has these beautiful fuchsia pink flowers. That's going to be an odd place for it to sit, and it's right next to the oregano. Okay, well, I'll just let it do this thing, but I feel like, because it's about the same height as the oregano. I mean, the rosemary. So I feel like I should move the rosemary into this blank spot. I need to put something right here. This is comfrey. I should plant another comfrey. Comfrey is great to help with nourishing your garden, because it grows along taproot as well, and it absorbs all type of nutrients, and so people use this as fertilizer. So I might get out here and grow more comfrey. I think that's what I'll do back here in this row, put more comfrey back here. But yeah, that is basically the garden. I think I've showed you everything. Need to close those doors, but yeah. So she's doing pretty decent, you know. For me being a beginner, I think this is my third or fourth year in the game, and baby, I've killed a lot of stuff. I've grown some stuff. I've learned a lot, and I just keep going. A lot of people say to me, like, I wish I could grow like you. I said, girl, you only seeing the clips that I show you, like the pictures that I show you of, you know, like my harvest or whatever. Like, I be killing stuff because that's people's biggest complaint. Like, it's so hard and I don't want to kill anything, or I don't have a green thumb. I do kill a lot of stuff. So yeah, I just keep trying and I keep learning. Matter of fact, there is a garden class today at 10 o'clock that I want to go to, but I don't know. I kind of want to be out here too in the garden. Kind of want to be out here in the garden. So my plan for this morning is some of the bare spaces. I thought about getting transplants because I feel like starting from seed right now, you know, might not be my best bet, but it's still a decent time to plant seeds. I think here in Arizona in Zone 9B, I'm in Zone 9B. But I also thought, oh, I'll just get some transplants so they already, you know, a few stages ahead. Some people don't like transplants because they're like, you're not a real gardener if you have transplant, you didn't grow it from seed. I don't believe that. Shoot, if you are taking care of it and nurturing it, it's in your garden, you're eating from it, you're still a gardener.